Spotify needs its own talent agent. Spotify is on a new product rampage. Concert tickets, magazine articles, fan-made AI music, they all just got announced.
These updates boosted Spotify stock, but they could turn the app accidentally into a slap.
But Jack, pause the pod. Spotify needs its own Spotify Wrapped.
Just for the last week, because they announced so much in the last 7 days.
Okay, the annual Investor Day, they launched a partnership with Live Nation for concert tickets through Spotify.
Artists can now reserve 2 tickets for the Spotify user who listens to the most minutes of their music if that concert is produced by Live Nation.
Now, if that goes well, they'll expand it, and Spotify could actually become a ticketing app.
Could Spotify become the next Ticketmaster? Maybe.
You heard it here first. Yesterday, Spotify also announced a deal with Condé Nast, audio long-form articles.
You know that 7,000-word expose in Vanity Fair that you have a separate tab open to and minimized on your computer, and you're like, eventually I'm going to read this. I'm going to read it next weekend. I'm going to read it next month. I'm going to read it next year.
I made a calendar invite. I'm doing it.
Well, now that article is a, 15-minute audio episode, like an audiobook, and you can listen on Spotify.
Okay, I was never going to read it. But besties, what Jack and I have noticed is that the coolest new things are often the most controversial new things at first.
And that would be Spotify's partnership with Universal Music Group for AI music remixes.
Basically, AI art. So, Jack, to explain this, let's start with some trivia. What is the greatest musical mashup of all time?
That would be Bittersweet Dirt Off Your Shoulder, which was launched right around when we went to college.
Well, Spotify will now let you create remixes and mashups just like that using AI. Basically, turn you into a robo Dr. Dre.
Or Noah Khan, but less depressing. You could type that into Spotify and they'll produce that, but only if Noah Khan opts into this program.
Why so many songs about sticks, Noah? Write about branches, write about flowers. Come on, man.
Now, the launch date is TBD, and it's only going to be for premium subscribers who pay an additional add-on, like $5 per month.
And we should point out the artists must opt in for AI to remix all their music.
And I don't think Noah Khan's going to opt into this. But artists who don't opt in, they're going to miss out on new potential royalties from a new revenue pool from Spotify.
So besties, Jack and I dove in T-Boy style to the financials, and our first thought, these new features could be huge for the stock.
For years, the only trick Spotify has had to get their 400 million plus free users to upgrade to premium, the only value prop has been you can avoid ads.
Pay us more money and you'll hear less ads.
And that's not that compelling. So there's still been 400 million free users, and Spotify just makes 30 cents a month on those free users through ads.
That's right. If you don't pay for Spotify Premium, Spotify makes just 30 cents a month off you.
So Spotify wants you to upgrade. That's why they launched new concert tickets and new AI music features only for premium subscribers.
And here's where you get the getting one subscriber to upgrade to premium increases Spotify's revenue on that subscriber by 18x.
Spotify goes from making 30 cents a month on ads through you to making $13 a month from you.
So Spotify stock has surged 25% since the Investor Day announced all of that.
Because it's putting cookies on the shelf that are worth reaching for.
So Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies over at Spotify?
Is this symphony or is this slop?
Besties, this week, Spotify's co-CEOs were defending that move into AI music.
They said that controlled AI music is going to be better than the unregulated slop that's already out there.
But Jack, they also said that their AI tool would allow one song to become, as they put it, 10,000 songs.
Can you imagine if the number of songs on Spotify grew by 10,000x? Can you imagine if when you type in Hey Jude on Spotify, you don't get the one version by the Beatles and like the one live version they did. You get 10,000 versions that are remixes by 10,000 different Spotify users. That sounds like a mess to me.
No, my ears already hurt from that. But Jack, let me mess with you even more. Spotify also announced last week AI-generated personal podcasts for your morning commute.
Yeah, Spotify has always done a really good job having one leg in tech and one leg in the creator musician community.
And they've managed that balance really well. But can Spotify be both pro-creator and pro-AI at the same time?
Adding AI to the product will test both Spotify's relationship with its users and its relationship with artists and creators.
Now, besties, if this goes well, it'll make Spotify a true AI media app. But if it goes badly, it'll make them a slop app.
Or as we call it, a slap.
Let us know what you think. Drop it in the comments, and we'll see you after the break.